Welcome back to the Nation of Rotation. My name is Spade, and this is the final battle of the Rolympics week. I hope you guys had fun, and I saved the best for last, and this was a really good match that I had against someone by the name of One-Up Braloom, and I was looking at his team, a pretty standard looking solid sand team with a couple scary dragons. So since he's running sand, I obviously wanted to counter that with my Rain Dance Sableye, and then I have Ludicolo there to obviously go with it as usual, and also notice that half of his team is weak to water, so I could take advantage of that. And then there is also Chansey for the usual support, and he indeed leads with his Tyranitar and friends. He has T-Tar on the first slot, so he is going to set up his sand on the first turn. And I lead with my Chansey, and just to play it safe, like I usually tend to do, I'm gonna just scout with my Sableye, go for the priority prankster substitute and see what he's going to do. And he actually goes into his, or rotates into his Latios. I was really hoping that he would go for Trick, thus I could avoid that, but he goes for the Dragon Pulse. Doesn't really tell me that much, could still be Expert Belted or Specs, so not really sure. Doesn't really, I didn't really get too much information with this substitute scouting, but oh well. Now I'm gonna rotate out and go back into my Chansey, and I think I just decided to go for the Toxic right here, because nothing on his team is, you know, really able to take it, and I can just whittle him down and basically just go for Wish Protect, especially if I get rid of the sand, and then I can take hits even from this Landorus, but he turns out to be Life Orbed, and he goes for the Sand Force boosted Stone Edge. Coupled with the sand, it does like half to my Chansey, but still pretty impressive because it's a Chansey, but obviously with the help of Eviolite, it can actually take some physical hits. And here I'm just finally going to go for the Rain Dance. To be honest, I kind of felt like I used it a bit too early, because, you know, he obviously has his T-Tar, which he now rotates in, and now he also has a chance to just switch it out and then set up the sand. So I'm kind of worried. He goes for Crunch, gets a defense drop, not the biggest deal in the world. And now, since my rain is up, I decided to go into my Ludicolo and just go for the Waterfall. He does see that coming, so he's gonna go into his Latios, but I was kind of hoping that maybe with Adamant Nature and Life Orb I could be able to 2-hit KO him, but that is not the case. It does just a bit under half, so I can't go for the 2-hit KO. It doesn't do as much as I was hoping, and he's gonna be able to hit me with the Dragon Pulse again, and knowing that he's gonna take me out. Otherwise, if I stay in, I'm just gonna get rotate into my Chansey and just make a wish here. And this is a bit of a tricky situation, because everything on my team could basically get the wish. And I was thinking he would just stay in with his Latios, because you know, I could go into my Ludicolo and just Waterfall, and it will kill everything on his team except for that Latios. So that is what I was thinking. So I think I just went for the Toxic with my Chansey, to, you know, trying to hit his Latios, but that is not what he thinks, and he just goes into his Landorus and takes me out with the Earthquake. Even without the sand, he's gonna be able to take me out with the power of the Life Orb and Landorus' natural high attack. But yeah, I'm gonna send out Shedinja, and I don't want it to take a hit yet. I wanna preserve the Focus Sash for later, so I just go into my Ludicolo, go for the Waterfall. He does stay in with the Landorus, so I get a chance to take him out with the Waterfall. But now he's gonna send out Haxorus, really scary Pokemon, and he has the Mold Breaker, so even Shedinja can't take anything from him. And even worse, I miss my Will-O-Wisp, so I don't even get a chance to scout whether he is like Choice Scarfed or does he just have Lumberry. But he actually decides to just lock himself into Outrage, and even in rotation matches you get locked in. You cannot even rotate out. So I just have to take my chances here with my Latios, and luckily he is not Choice Scarfed. He was most likely just Lumberry variant. So I do outspeed him, take him out with my Dragon Pulse. I am oh no wait, this one is leftovers, but I still have enough power to take him out, because super effective stab move, and Haxorus doesn't have the best special defense. But here I just decided to rotate into my Ludicolo. He sends out Terrakion. I kind of just wanted someone to take a hit and scout what he's all about. And he goes into his Latios, and he goes for the hidden power, which I thought was fire, but it's super effective. So it's either bug or flying. So I'm guessing he just mis-subbed his hidden power, but I guess it works in this situation, since he's obviously gonna be able to take me out. But I send out my last guy, which is my Dragonite, and then I rotate out into my Shedinja. I was just really hoping that he would go for the safe move. He wouldn't overpredict, do any kind of risky moves, and he does just play it safe with his Latios, and he goes for the Dragon Pulse, so obviously Shedinja is able to avoid that, and then I'll take out his Latios, which is perfect, and now he's gonna send out his last guy, which is his Scissor, and against Shedinja he can't do anything, so I'm pretty safe to just go for the Surf. And with my Latios, and it does a lot to the Tyranitar. The rain is obviously not up, but neither is the sand, so instead of like a 3-hit KO, I get a solid 2-hit KO on the Tyranitar. And he actually just goes for the Fire Punch, predicting my Shedinja, so I'm guessing he might be running like a Lumberry Dragon Dance, because I haven't seen lefties or anything like that. But now, anyways, I decided to go into my Dragonite, rotate into my Dragonite, just go for the safe EQ. I still have my multi-scale intact, and he actually goes into his Terrakion, and I'm like, yes! I nailed that thing, except he just lives with a tiny knob. I'm not really sure whether that was closer to min or max damage, but whatever the case is, he's gonna be able to live. And he's gonna rotate into his Scissor as I rotate into my Latios, and we both just kind of played safe. He goes for the Bullet Punch as I just go for the Surf. I really didn't want to take the risk in going for the HP Fire in case he goes into his T-Tar and then just goes for the Crunch and just takes me out. And he just wanted to play it safe and just probably just try to take out my Dragonite. So it really doesn't work out for either of us. And here I decided to go into my Shedinja, kind of as a middleman. At this point I was willing to risk getting my Focus Sash broken, but he actually just stays in with his Scissor. I was really expecting him to now rotate out and take that HP Fire, but he doesn't, so I'm like, alright, let's just go for the HP Fire. And now he actually rotates into his Terrakion, but since it already took that heavy hit from the Earthquake, from this range I can easily take him out, even with the resisted hidden power. And that is basically going to seal the deal for me, because my Shedinja still has its Focus Sash intact, and obviously he has no way to set up his Sand anymore. So I can safely rotate into my Shedinja, and he's gonna be faster, so I'm guessing he's running a Dragon Dance set, because he's running max speed, because I'm running max speed, and it should be able to outspeed, you know, a bulky T-Tar, but obviously he's not running that kind of a bulky set. But yeah, he's gonna rotate into his T-Tar and break my Focus Sash, but that is all that he can do. I could basically just stay in with my Shedinja, because there's nothing he can do to me with his Scissor, but I figured since I can live a Bullet Punch, I already got a bit more lefties recovery as well. I could as well go into my Latios, go for the hidden power and finish it right here, right now. And that will be the game. So, thank you for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This was definitely one of the best matches that I had with this team, and there was a bunch of predictions going on both sides, and in the end it was really a team effort. I was like, early game I was able to make some bad plays with my Chansey that really was going to cost me, but I set up the Rain Dance with my Sableye, and in the long run it really helped out my Shedinja, who was able to do some work later in the game. Obviously when Sand was not up, obviously Sand would have one-shotted my Shedinja, and then that definitely would have been the game, but since I was able to clear the skies with the Rain Dance, Shedinja was able to do something, and with a few predictions I was able to manage my way through and actually win the match in the end. But definitely really interesting match and some good and bad predictions on both sides. So really hope you guys enjoyed this match, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, because I'm really not planning to do like rotation matches anymore, because just in general, like, it's really difficult to find good opponents. This match, however, was an exception, because there was some prediction pants going on both sides, and it was really fun for me, and I bet it was fun for my opponent too. But yeah, like you saw in many matches, first off, like people don't have like rotation teams, and then the second is that even if the people don't have teams for rotations, like my opponent here, he had a pretty standard looking sand team that you could very well see in singles, but he actually made a few really good predictions here and there, and it turned out to be a good match. However, like, again, one difference that he had to, like, some of the opponents at least, was that he didn't have entry hazards, because one of the mistakes that many people did is that they wasted many turns just setting up entry hazards, and then they really didn't get a chance to abuse them because it's rotation, not switching, and I was just able to abuse those turns to, you know, set up with something actually more useful in rotations, like swords dances. But this guy didn't like waste any turns. He really played offensively, and that really paid out, and it turned out to be a really interesting match. But just in general, like, finding rotation battles is just really difficult, and to be honest, like, it's not really worthwhile. I don't think anyone would be interested in seeing like another week like this. But I just figured, since I did all of these matches, like I said originally when I started this week, is that since I did put some time and effort into doing these battles, first of making this team, and then just looking and doing like all these battles, I kind of felt like it would have been a waste just to leave them out there. And then still on YouTube, there really aren't any people who do rotation battles, so I kind of just, on my behalf, wanted to promote rotation battles, and maybe some of you actually got interested now in rotations, and maybe someday I might do rotations, but for now, really not that interested, especially after this week that I just did. So I am just completely stuffed for rotation, at least for now. But we'll have to see. Maybe in the future, if times change, I might do more. But I do still, however, have like couple more rotation matches backed up, which didn't make to the week because 7 days and more than 7 battles. But I guess after like a month or so, I could post them, like, after people have kind of, again, forgotten. I think it would be, you know, interesting to see something different. So I'm gonna keep those in my computer, and maybe post them sometime in the future. And then also, originally, I kind of had an idea of hosting like a rotation tournament, but then again, when I was asking about that, many people really weren't interested. But then again, like, many people don't listen to me rambling after these battles when I actually tend to talk about some stuff. Usually, and but yeah, many people don't listen, so there's also that, don't know. So that's a possibility, but at least for now, like, I'm really busy with life. I'll be moving out to a new place like in like 3 weeks or so, and like next week I get some work, and then like other stuff, and basically that moving shenanigans, and, you know, hosting a tournament. That would be kind of a pain in the ass to do, like, when I'm really busy, and I really couldn't do that, at least for now. So I'll have to see. That's a possibility, but yeah, just putting it out there, that's a still possibility of happening sometime. We'll have to see. But yeah, that will be the match for today. This was the end of the Rolympics week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, had some fun seeing some rotation matches, because still definitely nobody really does rotations, and I think it's interesting to see something different for a change. So there's that, and yeah, I think I've rambled for enough for now. But next week I've actually almost recorded my Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped Let's Play, and I will be posting that next week. Because, like I said, I have some work next week, so I have almost recorded this whole LP, so I will be just putting up those episodes while I'm gone and busy, and otherwise wouldn't have time to record anything. But that's a plan for the next week, and after that we'll see what we got going on. But now surely I have rambled enough, so thank you for watching, and until next time, this is the Flaming Spade signing out. Peace.